too big for the live well. Thanks for tuning back into River Billies, y'all. Today's episode, we got a little mixed bag for you, but we're heading up to the lake right now here on Clearwater to go set some trot lines and limb lines for hopefully some big flathead and, you know, channel cats or bonus. Get some meat in the freezer, and later on this week we're trying out a few different techniques, see kind of how the fish are staged in Clearwater, because next week we're camping for a week down with the family at Wapapello, and we'll set some lines down there. We got now pulling the jet boat, the old workhorse, old work boat. We'll get it up there and get some lines set here before dark and see what we can make happen. So that's last week's lines. They're quite a ways from the water. That's how much the water's dropped. There's one over here. Yeah. We got one little trot line set back there, and we're gonna try to. We got 3 baits left. Is all we got, and that trot line's just short throw line with 3 baits on it. One of them's dead. We got 3 live baits left. We're gonna make 3 limb line setups, kind of spread them out a little bit. I think right in here might be a good spot. We'll try this bluffy stuff up here. Alright, get the mics turned off and that noise. We got all 6 of our baits put in. We got a throw line with 3. Had to go back through and tag the couple that we missed coming down. Conservation number and all that. Here in Missouri, that's state law. You got to have your identifying tags on all of your hooks, and you're allowed to have 33 of them at a time in there. Looks like he's backed in and ready. But got the throw line with 3 hooks and 3 nice limb lines set up on deep bluff. So hopefully we'll have a big yellow flat daddy in the morning. So. Decent largemouth, about 3-pounder. Won't let him go. Don't bite me. Go down there. We tournament bass fish out here a lot. Let's let them guys go. Oh, plenty of other good eating fish out there between them. Sinker on about that. That's that first truck. There you go. Let's get it. Get it? Okay. Yeah, you got down where you can pull against something solid. Yeah. It needs a good cinder block or something heavier way out there. Nothing on it. Twisted up and had something on it. The cover will get off.
live bait down here. Push up like a dog. I'm just gonna let it go. Let it drift. I'd say up towards the beginning there somewhere I had a good enough fish to drag it that way.
Yeah.
And get it in the rock, and then once he had something solid to pull against, he just pulled off. Maybe more than one fish, but we had several.
Cut the line into on them sharp rocks.
Yeah, on that. Cut the hook. Okay. That's what it needed, was stretched out a little better. See, and then that line goes slack on that end. It's kind of weird. Why is it way over there?
It's got something on it. It's coming down pretty good, but he's wrapped around its butt. Ah, there you go.
Real dark, short, fat flat.
Oh,
Ain't going nowhere. As fat as it is, that sucker might be 20.
right here.
Watch it, you're gonna run out of slack. That ain't too shabby.
There we go.
That ain't too shabby. Just lay in the bottom of the boat.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Come here, buddy.
Wrapped around tight and got it off.
It's hard to see that brush and stuff on the skin.
Yeah.
Later I'll straighten it out and I'll shorten that thing probably. Alright.
Some guys down in that brush,
They got something bite. They got tangled in the brush and they have done do it. Oh, broke over. I got a fish on it.
Oh, he might be bigger than that.
That'll work. Yeah, he broke. He was probably the one broke the stick yesterday. Number 2. 2 big flathead. Not giants, but good ones. Real good.
Real black and that was real.
Yeah, real black and real pale there. like that none at all. Woohoo! Let me go. Just
And that'll be just fine until dinner tonight. We're gonna head back out and got the old work boat. We're gonna head back out and set some more lines and bait some more lines this evening and see how many more we can get. We about got the camper ready. This weekend we're taking boat, camper, and all down to Wapapello Lake and the St. Francis River down there. We're gonna run some lines down there and see how we do.
Well,
We're trying to catch bait, but the bait we're catching is very much so eating size bluegill, and they're not bad eating. So we're gonna just do what we gotta do here. Here's my bait. Trying to just catch bait, but we can't get away from eating fish. The smallest hooks in the world, and smallest little piece of worm in the world.
That was how big a piece of worm I had. Cut it off on it. Just pull the bait off.
Fish.
I don't know how many I'll put in there, but we got several bait for one.
Probably a dozen, maybe. Of course, I turned my camera off, and this limb, I'm sitting here trying to catch some more bait. This limb line right here gets smacked by a freaking largemouth. Largemouth jumps completely out of the water, a real nice one, and pops the bait off the hook. Craziest stuff I've ever seen, and I had the camera off, as usual. We're just gonna sit here and fish a little bit longer. We can turn the gigging lights on to set lines, so we're gonna try to get all the baits in the boat we can. But plus there's some real good eating size bluegill and channel cat and all kinds of crap coming out of here, so stay tuned. Works out perfect in the rain. It's kind of shielding some of it off the phone. Yep. All right. I got one written up. Okay. Put the loop on this end for the swivel. But it ain't much. That's some die-hard bugs to be out here in the rain. I mean, it's pouring rain, and there's bugs flying around in it. I think they're mayflies. Are they bait or are they just...
Well, there's 3 bigger bluegill, and you can flay him in it.
Yeah, I'll flay him, what the heck. And then that channel cat. I think come a little rain. All right, line with 8 hooks. Yeah. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 limb lines. So 13 hooks in the water. Lucky 13. Nice and dry in here and bright. Back the boat in the shop. Got all them fish clean. Got a nice little sack of fish. That'll make a good meal. It's starting to get late. We'll get this live well drain pulled and get this show to the house, and tomorrow morning go back out and see what we got on the lines. Hopefully we got some big ones on. Good morning, everyone. The littlest little one kept me and Mama up last night. Got a couple hours of sleep, but anyway, today is day 3. We're gonna go check the trot lines and limb lines. I'm gonna pull the trot lines because they're going with me to Wapapello, and we're taking off to go camping tomorrow evening down there. So stay tuned. We'll see if we got any big ones. Got out here. Afraid I got out too late.
You got quite a few set?
Yeah.
You ever set very many jugs, or you basically just do limb lines?
I just do limb lines and trot lines because I don't have time to babysit them mainly. If I was sitting there for a while, I've done jugs before, but it is fun.
There are a lot of catfish in here.
There is. There's quite a few. I still got a lot of baits on this.
Yeah.
This line, I'm pulling it out today because it really hasn't been producing. Yeah, there's a lot of nice flathead in here. And
oh, there are? Is there any walleye in here?
it's below the dam.
Yeah, I know there is below the dam, but is there any in it?
Not that I know of. I mean, there used to be naturally years ago.
Right.
But I'll come back and cut this off in a minute. They haven't reintroduced them up here. I don't know if it's. I talked to the biologist. He said something about how walleye lay their eggs in current.
Right.
And
There's not enough current here.
right, and which I mean, they have to have so much, and then there's certain mussel species and stuff that coexist with them and everything. He explained it all. I was like, huh. Well, can you put some in anyway?
Right.
Be nice, but get bigger than normal walleye. My dad caught one that was 14 pounds something. It was, I mean, huge.
Yeah.
And my biggest one was like 8 pounds, but still, that's a giant.
That's a good one.
I'm gonna come back here in a minute and take that one out because that thing ain't doing nothing.
All right, have a good one.
You too. Oh, that's a fish. That ain't a bait. Yeah, you hit it right off the bank. Oh my goodness. Damn it. Circle hook, it was supposed to on him. This is that one that the bass randomly take off the bait yesterday. Not bad little channel.
Throw him in the live well. Messing with all this wet stuff. We're gonna try to pull it. Okay. Oh, we got weight. We got weight. Easy, easy, easy. What is that? That's a little flatty right there. I think he's nettable. First cook. That's a good sign. He's very much lively. Okay, buddy. Get this sucker out of your jaw. You'll feel a whole bunch better. I'll put you in the bottom of the boat for a minute, because I gotta take this on. Maybe the boat just must be over there. So come up and over. We got some live bait on this sucker. This bait's fine. Yep. This one needs removed. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out. As you can tell, the water is up quite a bit higher than what it is now when we set these. Calm down, Bo Cephas. Thought it was right there in that mess. You got them holes. Ain't that a gem dandy? Boys and girls, that is it. Oh! Yeah. Okay. And the hooks broke off. Alright, somebody. Let's see if that's a cut or a break. Yep. Had a good fish on it. Somebody cut it off there. Well, that end's broke. I guess it could have sawed in two, but there she is. Huh. Well, is what it is. Either somebody cut that, or fish cut the main line and he got down there and sawed against the rocks by the hook. Alright. Well, we're thankful for the two that we got in the boat, though. Got a channel cat, a flathead. He's small enough he can go in that live well. Come here, buddy. I'll put you in the live well. There's a channel cat. Try not to eat him. Use that for a Trotline wrap. And you stick all the hooks in there. Old bulldozer. finish rolling this up. The mess I've got going. Come here. Here, I want them spaced out. Okay. And check this storage out. Got the center block. There's your trout line. Good to go. I should say half a center block. And this guy, been a good pole. Half tempted to keep it as a pole. You know what? Let's take a look at this. It's sawed off. That would make sense because this was stuck under a rock and it had a lot of tension on it. It sawed off there. Then the fish dives down deep enough that he gets on a rock. So, okay. Maybe somebody did not run this line. I was probably wrong to jump to the gun on that. I think it was a fish because it was floating right there in the vicinity where it should have been. This was already against a rock. It broke it. Then he got down against another rock close to a hook and was rubbing with his face and broke it. Or actually close to a swivel. So it broke right above the swivel there. Okay. We can rule that as a not fish theft, maybe. Fish napping. We're just gonna lay it here with the gig poles. I think it'll live right there comfortably. Okay. Well, we're gonna go clean these fish and get the day started, but thank you all for coming out on the water with us for these last few days and running these limb lines and trout lines here on our home lake. And be looking for the next video. I believe it's going to be the Wapapel camp. We're going camping for a week and we ain't doing nothing but fishing and setting limb lines and trout lines and camping, and have the girls down there and the wife, and we're just going to have a good old time. So be looking for that video and I'll see y'all then. He chomped down with his chomper back there.
What you think, Kelly?
That was a channel cat.
Oh my.
So we had a small channel cat on there, and he got ate by this. So that just shows you how big, I guess you wouldn't think that fish would swallow that, but because that's not a giant flathead, but it's a good one. But yeah, that'll work.
Those fish are bigger than you.